Hello, and welcome to coverage of the MSEM Masters 2 Sealed League for the MSEM format. I'm Caillou, and today we're going to be watching a match between BluesEclipse, who is playing Blue-Red Prowess Mill, as we're seeing right here, chaining the Stormshaper Adept straight into the Oracle's Vision. So Oracle's Vision has a mill tree, which is quite good, and it cantrips, but of course, milling your opponent can sometimes have a negative effect. Right here, though, Blues doesn't quite care about that because he's got a bunch of other mill support. He's also triggering the prowess on the Stormshaper Adept, so he's able to attack for 2, and thereby have another angle attack. Now, this is the first match I'm watching of Fluffy's, so I don't know what they're on, so it'll be interesting to see what Fluffy's playing. But I know that this set does have a lot of small white and red creatures, and Fluffy is notorious token lover, so I suspect we might see something like that from them. And yup, running out the Splitting Bloom. It's a good defensive body, and acts both as a mana dork and a token generator all on its own. In MSEM, the constructor format itself, Splitting Bloom is used a lot for as a backup threat in some of the landfall decks, or as a mana dork in some of the decks which also have like land-based ramp. Anyways, so Blues is going to play Leyline on the alignment field. Since he has 4 colors in his graveyard, he generates 4 mana, plays Hate-Driven Arsonist, and since he has 3 instants, he can shoot and kill the Splitting Bloom, which is unfortunate for Fluffy. Hate-Driven Arsonist being a common gives the blue-red spells archetype a really strong way of dealing with some of the bigger creatures, because generally the spells archetype has some balance to deal with like the bigger creatures, but most of the time their actual removal just bounces off of it. Hate-Driven Arsonist is one of their ways to deal with bigger creatures. Oh, and unfortunately it doesn't look like Fluffy has a turn 3 play. Could have something at instant speed, but not sure what that would look like. And Blue's saying, I don't care about that. I'm going to swing in anyways. Fluffy's just going to take it. So I guess Fluffy really didn't have anything at instant speed. And the unfortunate part is, Fluffy's window of opportunity for Blues to be tapped out was last turn. Now Blues sitting pretty with 4 cards in hand and 4 mana up, and definitely has at least 1 counter spell. So Fluffy going to be activating this Golden Glade to make green, and playing Untethered Disciple. This is an incredibly powerful card, especially since Fluffy does have 4 different lands, but Blues does have the counter magic. And wow, yeah, I guess that was Fluffy's last thread, because Fluffy is already conceding, and we're going to game 2. Yeah, I think if that Untethered Disciple had managed to resolve, it would have been really painful for Blues, because Untethered Disciple on its own blocks either the Stormshaper Adept or Hate-Driven Arsonist. The tokens by themselves can block the Stormchaser Adept, as long as it doesn't get triggered by prowess. And with I'm assuming the Splitting Bloom signified that Fluffy had a token theme, so the Untethered Disciple drawing all of Fluffy's creatures would have been super huge for swinging the damage back in their favor. But yeah, now this time with Fluffy on the play, hopefully they'll be able to make up for the lack of tempo in game 1. Ooh, and that's a turn 1 play. That's some tempo, all right. Unfortunately, it isn't a creature, but it is good fixing. And judging from the lands Fluffy was playing, it looks like they do need that fixing. Meanwhile, Blues is going to be playing another Prowess 1-drop, Erudite Aspirant, and passing. See up Fluffy playing another fixing land. I'm going to use it to crack the Wilted Lotus, make double white, so it has a Headwind Glider, so it's a 0/1 flying for 1, but because of the cadence mechanic, it grows bigger every time you play a spell with converted mana cost greater than the number of greater than its power, basically. And then Fluffy does have a card that fits that description, Honorable Enforcer. 2/1 with Renown, and it essentially gives creatures with +1/+1 counters on them Bushido X, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on them. Starting next turn, you can start swinging in with the Headwind Glider for 1. And then if Blues ever chooses to attack or otherwise with his Erudite Aspirant, Fluffy immediately jumps on that opportunity to get in with the Honorable Enforcer. But here we see Blues' signature card gonna get in with the Against the Waves and start the mill plan. And then it also triggers the prowess on the Erudite Aspirant, so it can now attack in if Blues wants to. But I don't think that's a race Blues wins. Yeah, Against the Waves, if you haven't already seen this card, is one of the make cards from MSEM. It's part of a cycle, which because of the unique digital capacity of our format, you can make copies of a card and shuffle them into your library mid-game, which is something that is possible in other digital games like Hearthstone, but hasn't really been explored in Magic before, since it's mostly a paper format. Also, to reward you for playing more copies of them or like drawing the copies of them, they grow for each copy of said card that's in your graveyard, so the more you cast, the more impactful they get, even though they have a weak effect to start off with. So using the Painted Bluffs to make white, and it has a second Honorable Enforcer. So I think at this point, Fluffy's pretty good with trading one Honorable Enforcer for the Erudite, right? And at the very least is attacking in for 2 with the Headwind. Yep, so it's going to attack with both the Honorable Enforcer and the Headwind Glider. Blues is going to trade the Erudite for the Honorable Enforcer. But the next turn doesn't have anything to block this Honorable Enforcer with. And even if Blues does play a creature, Fluffy is fine with that, because forcing Blues to tap out on his own turn is how you win this matchup. Because as long as you give Blues time to like hold mana up and like counter all of your significant plays, and then Blues can just cruise on the mill to victory. But Blues is going to use his own Painted Bluffs, generate R, play a Stormshaper Adept. And that's another one power creature that can block this Honorable Enforcer. Yeah, and we have seen Blues have trouble with aggro decks before because they can just get under all this counter magic. So let's see if Fluffy can keep that up. Gonna generate white again with the Painted Bluffs, and gonna inscribe the Valor for Battle onto this Headwind Glider. So inscribing it is basically like ciphering it onto the creature. So now whenever that creature attacks, you cast a copy of it. So attacking with the Headwind Glider and then swinging in for a total of 6 because it buffs up the Honorable Enforcer. And now Blues cannot use Stormshaper Adept to block the Honorable Enforcer. Or Blues can, but then he can't trade it. So Blues is choosing to block the Honorable Enforcer with Stormshaper Adept. You're going to just take 3 from the Headwind Glider. I think that's just to buy time and keep the Enforcer from getting its renown. And Blues has an Oracle's Vision, but still stuck on 2 lands is really painful. Putting an Against the Waves copy into his grave is good, but milling a land probably isn't. And Painted Bluffs is not what you want to have as your second land. Yeah, and Blues, we have another early concession. Blues just stuck on 2 lands. So we're going into game 3 off of the backs of 2 very quick games. Almost non-games at this point. So I'm hoping game 3 we get to see both players' decks do a little bit more. So it looks like Blues unfortunately does not have a turn 1 play this time, which is definitely surprising considering how many 1-mana spells he's running. So I wonder what made him keep this hand. Meanwhile, on Fluffy's end, it's just going to play Fixing Land turn 1 and pass. Fluffy's deck is definitely interesting for what seems to be a very aggressive build, because it's playing at least 3 colors, and seems to be very focused on, like, rather than winning the game by like just curving out as quickly as possible, taking its time to get its colors, and then building up a board all of a sudden out of nowhere. Anyways, in the meantime, Blues is going to play a Weed from Chaff, discarding a Plasma Arc and an Island. Not cards that you particularly want to have in your graveyard, and just passing after that. So can't have counter magic up here. So Fluffy is going to play a Mountain and curve into his turn 2 Splitting Bloom. And if Blues doesn't have a similar removal spell like he did game 1, A turn splitting blue might just end the game here. That's a red mana. Is this going to be another Storm Chaser? Nope. Has an Unceasing Flames that only does 2 damage. Unceasing Flames, of course, another burn, like one of the other make spells. Oh, and I don't think Blues realized that Splitting Bloom was an 0-3. Oh no. I thought he had a plan here, but yeah, definitely kind of squandered that Unceasing Flames. Does get to shuffle 3 more copies into his library, though. And the next Unceasing Flames will kill the Splitting Bloom. But for now, Splitting Bloom lives to see another day. There definitely seems to be a Wanderlust theme as well, given all of the different land names. So, Fluffy's going to crack this Aether Gateway. No matter what color Fluffy cracks it for, is going to get another land off of the Splitting Bloom. Okay, and he's getting a Plains. So token number 2 coming right up. Ooh, and Fluffy is going to generate green off of the... Oh, wow. And he's going to play Untethered Disciple turn 3 off of the Mana Dork ability from Splitting Bloom, but doesn't get the Wanderlust. Either Fluffy doesn't have a 4th land, or Fluffy was scared enough by getting Untethered Disciple countered last game that Fluffy wanted to resolve the Untethered Disciple while Blues was relatively tapped out. Oh, but Blues did top deck Unceasing Flames. One of the Unceasing Flames copies has a 3 damage for the Untethered Disciple, and now just gets 3 more copies into his library. So yeah, that definitely puts Fluffy on the back foot a little bit. Of course, Blues is still only playing a reactive game and is stuck on 3 lands. So it looks like Fluffy did have the 4th land, but not a 4th land of a different name, so wouldn't have been able to trigger Wanderlust. For reference, Wanderlust is basically a special ability. Either you can have it on like it's an ability word on ETB or whatever that triggers when you have 4 or more differently named lands. Anyways, Fluffy gonna play a Headwind Glider and then Whispered Wishes. Interesting. So it just makes Spirit Token on its own, but then also makes another when a creature dies. Also important is that it's a 1-mana spell, so it buffs up the Headwind Glider to a 1-power flyer. So Fluffy, though despite having their Untethered Disciple killed, does have a decent motley crew over here now. But Blues is like, I am just going to play make spells and you are going to die. But milling a Rogar's Frenzy is good for Fluffy, because you can exile Rogar's Frenzy from your graveyard to make 2 elemental tokens. So even though Blues did manage to mill Fluffy for a little bit, Fluffy might just be able to run with the advantage from this. And the Rogar's ability can't even be countered unless Blues has a Seabreen Null Mage, which counters an activated or triggered ability. But I don't believe that Blues has any of those in his deck. Okay, and Blues just passing again. At this point, probably has counter magic up, but Fluffy can just exile to create the Rogs tokens. Can even do it right now on end step, in fact, because Splitting Bloom can sacrifice one of the Saprolings. But I guess Fluffy's deciding not to do that. So has a mountain, gives another tiny Saproling token, and it has a citywide automation. So basically, Raise the Alarm creates 2 colorless artifact creatures, but also can be sacrificed to become a mass pump spell. So that's really good, especially in a deck that's aiming to go as wide as this. And Blues doesn't have the counterspell for it, it looks like. So Fluffy's board only getting bigger and bigger. And Elfnote still has 3 mana up to Rog's Frenzy on Blues' end step. So gonna swing in for a grand total of 6 damage here. Blues is going to do something at the start of combat. Gonna flash in a Cane Dancer, and then flashback Plasma Arc, bounce the Headwind Glider back to Fluffy's hand. And gets to draw a card off of that. That's a really strong play, because the Headwind Glider loses all of its counters, and now Blues can just chump one of the Saproling tokens and kill it. Yep. So what was once a commanding board state for Fluffy is now looking a little bit shakier. But Fluffy, does Fluffy have a combat trick right here? Fluffy does! Another rare! Ikrianos' Command is gonna put a +1 plus. Okay. Oh, and you get 2 modes. I didn't realize that. So yeah, Fluffy's gonna make 2 soldier tokens, and then buff up the sapling so it doesn't die. And instead, Cane Dancer dies. So great reversal by Fluffy in that situation. And then still attacks him for 2 with the Spirit and the Sapling. And then if Fluffy cracks the citywide automation, we'll have exactly lethal next turn if Blues doesn't have a blocker. Because Fluffy can just crack the citywide automation and attack him for exactly 17. Because Fluffy replayed the Headwind Glider. Blues has a Shifting Morass, but... but has another Unceasing Flames. Is gonna kill the Headwind Glider. But yeah, at this point, single target removal ain't gonna do it. What that does do, though, is it does put Fluffy 1 damage off of killing Blues here, if I did my math right. Unless of course, Fluffy has a burn spell right here. So Fluffy is gonna crack the citywide automation, gonna buff everything up, and attack him for a grand total of 16 this turn. Actually, Fluffy forgets that Splitting Bloom doesn't have Defender, so only gonna attack for 15 in total. In response, Blues is gonna try and crack this clue to find something, and Blues doesn't find it, goes down to 2 life, on end is gonna crack the Shifting Morass for Swamp Mountain. Does Blues have a wipe in his deck that can deal with this? Fluffy isn't even close to being milled out either. And yeah, that's it. Blues doesn't have an answer. Wow, after that quick concession in Game 1, it really looked like Fluffy didn't have any footing in this matchup. But through a convincing Game 2 and an overwhelming Game 3, Fluffy takes the set 2-1. So good games to both players. I really liked the Naya Wanderlust Tokens deck because it shows like in Limited, you can do like these wacky like crossbreed archetypes, and they sometimes just work out really well. And it seemed like Fluffy got to play an archetype that they loved by kind of just like bending the rules of the set a little bit and finding their own path. It also doesn't hurt that they also literally got Acreonis' Command, Rogar's Frenzy, and Splitting Bloom, all 3 of which are great tokens rares. But you know, that's sometimes how it goes. Sometimes the universe is like, you like playing this archetype? Here you go. But yeah, until next time, this is Caillou signing off. If you are interested in playing with any of the cards you've seen, or joining this very sealed league, make sure to check the description for a link to the Discord server.